So today I'm doing a Cuphead boss tier list, where I just rank the bosses from easiest to hardest. Pretty simple stuff, but I also sprinkle in some little tips to help you throughout. Hope you enjoy. Okay, first, it's just got to be done. It's not hard. Root pack, easy people to beat, not hard at all. 1, 2, and they're dead. There's no tactics that you need to know. This one, I'm going to put C, because it's also easy. I mean, if you use the roundabout one, that comes back, because they're both sides at you, it will do damage. It will do a lot of damage. Also, the short range one is good for like killing the weird fly attack. It's banging in that case. Just use it. Yeah, it's really not that hard. The only reason I put this one up here is the tiger ball where it pops out. I find that really annoying. Devil is super easy. Just make sure you're staying on the right side. The coins, just gotta dodge them a bit. And it's just not that hard. This one is the easiest one. It's easier than root pack, because you just gotta duck his punches, dash. If you got just get the invisible dash straight away, dash under him. He's just no trouble at all. Use the roundabout one. It goes side to side, hitting him, because he moves across the whole map. It hits him either way. When he moves to the gravestone, use the spread attack. It takes his damage. Whenever he slams, just move out the way. It is really not that hard. This one, I'm going to put her B, because most of the time you don't get the archer attack, which is definitely the hardest one, but overall both of those other ones are easy to dodge. For the first one, the ball, it pulls back, and also it usually does it through the middle, so if you just move out the way of it, when you, after 5 seconds or so, you're not going to get hit by it. When the thing comes spinning round, it always starts at the top or the bottom. Fucking voice crack! God damn it. If you stay to one side of it, then you can just move around the projectiles. It's easy. Then when the little blimps come, they shoot bullets, so they're pretty easy to dodge. The tornado, just go small and dodge out the way. It's not that hard. Final stage, the red ones, they shoot down as you're under it, so just dash small through it. When the brown ones dash, you just move out the way. Make sure you move out the way of the stars. Save your super for that one. Just get rid of that phase really quickly. It's easy. I'm going to put it C, because I did have a bit of trouble with this one when I played it most recently. I'd say the first stage is really annoying. The seeds, two of them are pretty easy to destroy, but the one parable one, which is really annoying to parry, one, because I'm shit at parrying, but also if you parry it and bounce up into another seed that's falling down, it's just annoying. It really is. Yeah, and the parable one, it shoots this annoying thing that just floats up in the sky. It looks like a little brain. I don't know what it is. But just whenever you fight it, it's annoying. That's it. Yeah. The spinny things where it shoots the acorns and the little boomerang thing, they're both easy to dodge. It only gets annoying when the little brain shoots out its little ball. Final stage is not too hard. Just shoot at it. I use the roundabout because it just heats it no matter which way you're facing. You could just jump over the little balls that spawn. You can easily stay on the, if both the other platforms have the little spikes on, just jump over the little thing. It's not hard. Baroness von Bonbon. I'm gonna put C. D. When I played it again, it was just super quick that I got through it. One thing you need to remember is, in the final stage when you're getting chased, use roundabout, because most of the time you're going to be changing directions a lot. so you'll always be doing damage. You've got to try and stay on that floating platform a lot, because you only do damage to her, I'm pretty sure. Or I feel like you're doing most damage when you're doing it to her, not the castle. Just ignore the castle. Try and use that to navigate. The big balls are pretty easy, just shadow dash away from them. They're pretty easy to get rid of. All the little minions are pretty easy to dodge. The gumball, super easy. Just whenever it comes close to you, jump on the platform, the floating one, and go away. The gumball, when it's dropping its little balls out, just dodge them. Like, I don't know, just look at it and move away from the balls. It's just really simple. This one, I'm gonna put it an A. Because I've never been able to do this one like first try. It's always been pretty hard. The 3 attacks, the swords is the easiest. The cat one, it can be annoying when there's just so much stuff on your screen, all coming from random directions, because they come out each side of it. You've just got to make sure you don't get crammed in one little corner, because you will lose health. And then where there's like the heirlooms thing, where just loads of stuff comes out. It is hard, but somehow like I just managed to dodge it. I don't think it was too hard for me. One of the most annoying bits is like the tube bits where you have to shoot his face. Remember that, shoot his face. It's simple. Just there's moments where you get trapped between the platform and the spinny thing. There's no way of avoiding it. It's just kind of annoying, a way to lose health. 3rd stage, easy. Just whenever he shoots his little eyes out, they'll go in. And they'll like cross over. There'll always be a way to just slip in the middle. There always will. Just whenever it's doing that, you can always slip in the middle. It's easy. And then just shoot the ghost, avoid them. It's not that hard overall. The phase with the little toy one, that's where I would use my super. It's just a really annoying phase with so much shit on your screen, like the little hat shooting balls out, and then the actual thing shooting all the bullets. It's just annoying. You just gotta play it to get used to it. Then there's your mum. And then final stage, you gotta make sure you don't get cornered by the lasers. And then the final. It's just annoying. Beppy the Clown, I'm gonna put C. 1st stage, very easy. Just watch out for the ducks shooting the little spinny things. Use the roundabout for this one. Most of them, if I don't mention it, I use the roundabout and the charge, because that is like the best thing that you could use for these. Yeah, so use that. Just dash over him. Always use shadow dash. Always use it. Alright, that's the best thing you can do. The 2nd stage is really annoying. Just use the charge shot on him and move it to where the balloons are if they're coming at you. When the train comes, switch to the roundabout. It will most likely hit the balloons. You'll be able to get over it successfully. 3rd stage, if the train comes, you're just going to have to hope that you're good at dodging. If you're lucky and you get a moment when the train isn't coming, and you can just go underneath them and spray them with your charge shot. It does so much damage and can kill them pretty easily. Final stage, you want to save your super till the final stage. Charge shot, just when the train comes, bounce from the platforms that hang down, using the charge shot on him. Now, when the little penguin's coming through, I don't really know how to dodge that. So that's when I use my super, because you can still damage him, get rid of the 4 little penguin things, and kill him. And then you're also doing damage, and then you come back for another. Oh god, I need a break. Alright, Wally Warbles. I'm gonna put it here. The 1st stage is so easy to dodge, especially with the eggs coming in. You can just lie against the back wall and the eggs won't stop you. Just don't make sure the eggs don't hit you. When the little chickens with the nails come, just shoot them to just stop them coming from you. It's pretty easy, that 1st stage. Then when he shoots all the feathers out, it's pretty easy to dodge. Just keep shooting, it's not hard. Sorry, what the fuck am I doing? Save your super to the 3rd stage when the little baby comes. You've just gotta dodge the little eggs. If you might want to go very close up to him. The 3rd stage is just dodging the eggs, alright? That's the main part. Whenever he shoots his little gun, just turn small. Most of that time I was backed against the wall. Like, most of this fight I'm backed against the wall. Unless it's like when you're dodging the feathers. It's pretty simple. And then the final stage, switch to the lob attack where it just plops the bombs on top of him. Dodge it, dodge all the stuff is pretty easy. Especially when the pills, keep an eye on the pills. Heart, pretty easy. You might want to use your super on the final stage, or you could use it in the third stage. Depends which one you're struggling more on. You don't really need to. Matchstick is definitely an S. Now, like at the moment, I'm putting it at an S just because when I first did it, it was one of the very hard bosses. And unlucky for you, I would say Matchstick, the Bee, and Dr. Carl's robot are definitely the hardest. And like when you first do it, they are so hard, and they're all in a row, so good fucking luck, mate. Matchstick, I used Lobber and Charge for this one. So for the first stage, just go on it's not too hard. Just dodge the projectiles, dash if you need. Chances are you will land on the cloud. When the tail comes up, it doesn't really matter which side you are, but just don't be switching sides too late on, so you get hit by the tail. Just use the Lobber, pretty easy. When he switches round to the back, it's pretty easy. Just when the little flame things come up, you also use Lobber, face that way. They jump where you're about to land, so just try and bait them out if you can. Just like move to one way, because they do get baited. If they see you jump, they're going to try and jump where you jump. If you jump, because you can change direction of your jump mid-air, that's just something you can do in Cuphead. Just do that, that's just what you gotta do. Final stage is really annoying. Oh, also for this one, use invincibility. Right, it's just, for the final stage, use invincibility. It's just the best use of it. So, when you use charge shot, you just shoot it whenever you can. That's just what you gotta do with charge shot. Shoot it. If one of the fireballs is coming towards you, don't shoot it, because it will split up into 4. There'll still be like a little particle come in the same direction that still does the same damage. There is no point shooting them. Whenever the fire comes, to stay above it. Use your invincibility as soon as you can. There's no better reason when to use it. Yeah. B is another S. This one, when my first playthrough, definitely spent the most time on, or it felt the longest. It might be the devil that I spent the longest time on, but definitely this one. First one. This again, use Lobber and Charge, right? All the hard ones you can use Lobber and Charge on, because they're just most of the time. So you got a platform. At the beginning, go jump up 3 platforms. There'll definitely be like 3 platforms in a row when you start. That will perfectly bounce the balls where the guard is. The dodging isn't too hard. It's pretty easy, for like, especially with the bomb and the little bees. Just dodge them easily. For the first stage, yeah, definitely use it. Now for the third stage, there's 3 sections. One, there's like the big pink balls. You can parry them if you want. Personally, I don't. I use the charge shot mainly because you don't have to think too much about your movement. The balls move pretty slow, so use the charge shot when you can. If you're moving a lot, use the Lobber, because you don't have to concentrate about when you're going to hit, when you're going to release the bullet with the charge shot. Just use the Lobber. When the triangle comes out that shoots other triangles, just use the Lobber, because you don't want to spend time thinking about facing the charge shot properly. Your main focus of when the triangle comes out is just dodging it. It's hard, dash when you need. There isn't much I can say about that. When the bomb comes out, you do not want to be up close, because that's when they like turn mostly, and you're most likely going to get hit when you're up close to her. You either want to be up at the top or at the bottom, or with the middle. Using the Lobber, it will still shoot down and hit her in the head. You just got to try and do damage in that bit. Then when she comes to her magic, use the charge shot to do damage. Use your super when she's like reading the book, doing her magic shit. That is the best chance to do it. It's so easy to like get hits on her, take damage. And also in that point, when I did it most recently, I didn't even get to the point where she puts her saw up, because so she was just sending out the fists. I used the blobber shot. I mainly stood to one side, dropping blobs down, because when she's doing the magic, it counts as damage to that final phase. So if you do the super, that does a lot of damage. The charge also does a lot of damage, combined with a couple blobbers, and then her just dodging the fists. Now, standing to one side only works when you know the B is very low. Like if you've used your super and used charge shot, that means she's probably quite far through her last stage. But The reason why you don't want to stay to one side is because if she uses a sword to come up to your side, you are definitely losing health. If you haven't taken much damage to her during like the original phase, then you will need to stand in the middle and be ready to move from side to side to avoid the saw. Carl's robot is another S. It's just annoying. It just is. It's just there's like a video on it on YouTube that I had to search up, just perfectly like listing it out. Roughly it says like go up to the top, do 4 of the lob bombs, go down, keep on lobbing the bombs until the laser comes down. So you've got to parry the thing that comes out the chest. Hopefully if you do that well enough, you'll be able to destroy the middle section, and then the hands come out the magnet. It's just a whole clusterfuck of shit for that thing. It's really complicated. And also the dodging the projectiles is hard at first because you got to watch out for the platforms coming in. It's just an annoying fight. It's just the worst. It is the worst fight. Overall, I think I spent more on that one, but that one is so annoying because you're just sat there taking ages, doing boring stuff that you don't really want to do. This one I'm gonna put B. First stage is annoying. The fans. I personally don't parry the hearts because there's just more chance of me failing on that. For that one I used the charge shot and then the chaser until the end. For the final phase where she's floating up in the air, just use the chaser. It's not that long if you use that. Just dodge the like roses, they fall down pretty slowly, so they're easy to dodge. Jump and dash over the little umbrella at the bottom, that's for the final stage. The second stage is the most aids, because there's so much stuff. There's the babies dropping bottles, there's her throwing fans, there's the little rats that they come, you got to jump over them, and they also fall back down, you got to dodge those. It's just really annoying. There's just a lot of dodging stuff you got to use away. I recommend using your super in the second or third stage for that, and that's like the milky one where it just shoots loads of stuff out of your head. The third stage where she's like the devil, it's not that hard. Just stand near her doing the damage. If there's lightning, just dodge it. It's pretty easy. When the wave, because you're using the invisible dash, I recommend using that. Just jump up, dash through the wave, it's pretty easy. I'm going to put him in here as well. Yeah, so for the first stage, use damage to him, use the roundabout thing. Whenever he chucks the rubbish out, like flings it out at you, just parry through it, pretty simple stuff. In the second stage, where's the cogs and he's doing the fire. Whenever he's doing the fire at the bottom, just jump up top, it's pretty easy. And then whenever he's doing the fire up top, you can jump under him. Use the spread shot, it's pretty easy, just get rid of that face pretty easy. When he turns into the cat, I recommend using your super there, especially when the 2 ghost rats come out. Spray it, it's pretty easy. Make sure to dodge the little pink ball that they throw out, it's not too hard. And if it hits the ground, you got to remember it splits into 2, so dodge them. Oh yeah, there's the cherry kind of bombs. I don't know what, they look like cherries that split in the bottom. Try and jump where the bomb lands, so then the 2 things split out from the 2 like flaming at the bottom. They split out. Pretty simple stuff. Captain Brainybird. He's also here. He's pretty easy. I used the charge here, and I'm pretty sure I only used the charge, and also the automatic parry for this. The automatic parry is good because there's a lot of things that you've got to parry, and your super is vital for this. So you got to bait, like whenever the barrel like is ready to come down, just run under it and run back. It's really simple. Whenever Brainybird shoots out like his little pink blobs from the weird squid thing, just parry them. If you've got the automatic parry, you can just jump it. There's usually a gap between those 2. For the squid, whenever that comes out and blocks your view, you can actually take out the squid with just using one of your charge shots. Yeah, so mainly you're spending most of the time jumping up, releasing the charge shot, holding it down, baiting out the barrel for the first phase. If there's ever the shark, just run up close to the boat. Even when the boat is shooting cannibals, you just got to be ready to shoot the cannibals. Just jump over them. There is a little bit of time for you to react. The dog, whenever the dogs come, you got to make sure you've baited out the barrel because you can't be worrying about both of them at the same time. It's just too much, and especially when the cannibals are also coming. Final stage, you can run to the back. Whenever the little spinny things come out, you can dodge under them, stand up, shoot, go back to like crouching, shoot, release. They'll always hit the tonsil, just standing. Like after the laser comes out, the fireballs will stop. when the laser comes out, bait the barrel as far away as you can from the back, and then just go back to your original position. Cala Maria, actually, a lot of people say it's hard. It's not that. It's never been that hard for me. If I'm gonna put her there, I might as well put these people up because they're definitely a lot easier. First stage, there is a lot of annoying stuff that comes your way. Whenever the ghost pirates come out, you've just got to turn small, dodge them. Not too hard to dodge, unless combined with the shitty thing that spits out water. If you ever get the pirates and like the little pufferfish floating up, there'll always be like a little gap that you can find between the pufferfish. So let the ghost come. You shrink, go up, and then you can get them out of your way. The second one, when she turns into Medusa, you go really close to her eye, save up that super, go really close to her, and maybe use the lobby bombs or the thing. When all like the electric eels come up, then use your super to hit her right in the head. You've done a lot of damage. You might already just move straight through that second phase. Because when you go close up to her, she always does like an invisible, what's it called, like a stone ray attack first. If you're really close up to her, that just won't affect you. And when you've done your super as well, you would have done so much damage. So much damage would have been done to her, and to get rid of her easily. Oh yeah, final stage. If you ever see like one of the floating spiky bars of the ghost, try and get past it as quickly as you can. That way the freeze won't be as much importance. And if you use your super, it shouldn't be too challenging, that final part. For this one, I'm going to put it here as well. Actually, maybe here. For the first part, use roundabout and the automatic parry. Whenever the little soap bars come and knock you out, just knock yourself back. If you have the automatic parry, you don't need to focus about dying with that parry. Easily knock it out, it's pretty simple. When you move to the second, try and always stay in the middle, and then move under the skeleton, because the skeleton is where like the skull head is where it moves damage. Most of them, there is a way to like avoid it. One annoying thing is whenever the skull like bobs side to side, there is a moment where you've got to try and parry the soap, but also try and not get stuck, like hit by the head. That is also annoying. There's like no easy way about it, there's just practice. On the third one, just you use the chaser whenever you're moving. If you're directly underneath one, you can use the roundabout one to shoot them easily. These two don't really have much health, and then once you knock one out, just stay on one side. The chasers will usually kill the ghost, stop you from moving, and then use the chaser just to kill the other guy, and then move on to the next section. When you're fighting the train, just always use chaser, just dodge the projectiles. Whenever you can parry the little heart, you might as well parry it. Use your super on this section just to make it shorter, because most of these sections aren't actually that hard to do. This one can be annoying because you got to do a lot of dodging projectiles. You got to make sure you're parrying the little spot. You got to make sure you got to focus that you're staying on your cart because you got a small area of movement, and yeah, it'll be pretty easy. King Dice is another. I'm putting both of these here. King Dice, there's just a lot of stuff. The only way I got through it, because I had all 6 hearts at the end, and I could not parry the cards, so I just hid in the corner, like behind where the fucking thing was. So I used the charge shot for the final one, the charge and the chaser, I'm pretty sure. The chaser, it just means you can focus on the lot of like projectile avoidance, which a lot of the mini bosses are, and then I only use the charge. What you do is you've got to hide behind his hand. They usually switch from side to side, and if you have all 6 hearts from the end, it doesn't matter if it's switched to one side, you'll probably have enough. You run to the middle, charge shot, try and do 2 charge shots, and then run to the other side. I mean, just good fucking luck for the devil. That's all I can say. It will take you a long time. That's a tier list. I'm pretty sure it's pretty decent. This is personally my opinion, which I think is a lot different from a lot of what all the other people say. Everyone's putting Calamia the highest. Everyone's not putting the B-girl as high, whereas I say she's definitely the hardest. Right, I'm gonna sort these out. Yeah, this is my order. I think that's pretty respectable, if I'm being completely honest.